When you look at any metrics of scoring in golf, more distance leads to better scoring, and club head speed is better distance. Today I'm here with Abbey Porter. She's a D1 golfer, 3-time state champion at Lone Peak High School. Talk to me about what you do to try to increase your club head speed.
Yes, so being on a college team, one thing that we've been doing twice a week is we do speed training with the speed sticks. And I believe that the ratio is for 1 mile an hour, it's 3 yards gained. And so with that, I use Alta view and I come in here and I take what I've learned in my speed training drills and then I turn it into how can I get more speed in my regular swing. And one thing that I'll do is I will go to one of the games here on TrackMan and I'll set it up for a distance that I would not regularly hit a club to. And I try and just make the swing that I can to get that club that distance, even if it's a hole that's 10 yards further than I would push myself to hit to. And the biggest thing with speed is you kind of have to forget what you're trying to do in your swing and just get your body to create the speed.
Go fast.
Yes.
Right. So a speed stick, I don't know if everybody's looked at them, they don't have a club head on them, they're just weights on the end of a shaft. And when you do the speed stick training regimen, literally there's no concept of path or face or anything. It is simply just as fast as you can go, right?
Yes.
And it's like the protocol you're using is like a 39 swing sequence.
Exactly.
With a light, medium, and a heavyweight club. Forward and backwards, right? We've had some other videos we talk about that. Okay, so you've done that speed stick and now you're in here with the driver. You said something pretty key, like what do you have to do to your brain to just go fast? I mean, what are you thinking to just go fast?
I think for any golfer, especially an experienced golfer, it's hard to step into a situation where you're okay with the ball maybe spraying 20 yards to the right or even to the left. So mentally, I have to get in here and just think about how am I going to get this ball to go further, and more in the speed aspect, maybe not distance because the distance might not show it, but I have to tell myself no matter where the ball goes, I'm just trying to hit it as hard as I can and still make contact.
Right, club head speed.
Club head
so
speed.
There's a lot of metrics on TrackMan, and the protocol that Abbey is using is pretty effective for people. You have to let your brain relax and not worry about where the ball goes. It's do training sessions where literally there's one number you're looking at and it's club head speed, right? You don't care if it's toe, right? You don't care if it's hosel, high, low, open face, closed face, there's one thing, right? Now, as you go through and do those speed training sessions, kind of how does that translate to more speed on the course? Kind of what do your coaches tell you? What's the theory? How does that translate to when you're in competition?
So when you're on the course, you obviously have a lot more adrenaline. And so when you're in here working on speed, I can feel my heart rate jump. So then when I get on the course and I know like, oh, I'm really wanting to hit this as far as I can, especially a drive for me because off the tee sets me up for a much better shot into the green. And so if I know like, oh, if I feel more lag right here and more speed with my legs, I'm gonna get that extra yardage. That's what I focus on taking speed training onto the course with me.
So since you felt it in your training, it just becomes a little more natural, I guess, when you're already excited in competition, right? It's not a new sensation for your body.
Exactly, yes. And with speed, you know, the most important part of having speed in your swing is the attack through the ball. Maybe not necessarily the pickup or the around, but it's just the attack on the ball. So I work a lot on like breathing and taking away slower and then really just feeling everything release at the ball with the speed sticks.
So we have a lot of videos where we talk about deep nuances of path and face angle and low point and whatever, and you're really worried about how that affects the ball flight. Speed training is a bit of a different animal. You're only caring about the club head speed. And now as you've played in tournaments, have you found your distance increase as you've gone through those training protocols?
I have, yes. And I would say that a big tool is being able to use TrackMan to see if I'm really keeping that speed. Using the speed sticks is great because you're just in there swinging it as fast as you can. But sometimes you get back onto the course and you're still not hitting it any further. So using my numbers and knowing that I am increasing and doing what I need to be able to hit the ball further really helps my game improve.
All right. Well, thanks for that feedback. And as you practice, doing a speed training session is a great regimen to add to your regular practice routine.